Hello everybody, welcome back to the Geek Fortress. Today we're talking about something special, something emotional, something different. The games that don't just tell stories, but they leave with you with scars, and they stay with you till way after the credits roll. These games remind you why gaming is an art form. So grab some tissues, drink some water, and prepare your heart. These are the top 10 story-rich games that will 100% make you cry. Number 10, Firewatch. Firewatch is one of the quietest emotional games ever created. You play as Henry, a man trying to escape his past, stationed alone in a fire lookout because he just got this new job and he's just trying to do good in it. Your only connection to the world is Delilah, a voice on the radio. What makes Firewatch powerful isn't big twists or explosions or crazy stuff. It's the conversations, the intimacy, the honesty between the characters. This game captures loneliness so perfectly that by the end, you're not just watching the forest, you're watching your own life, your own regrets, and the things we avoid facing. This game is so superb, and it's one of those that I highly recommend for you to try. Number 9, Life is Strange. Life is Strange could be messy. It's also raw and painfully human. Whether it's Max and Chloe's friendship, Sean and Daniel's survival, or Alex's supercharged empathy, the series hits the soft spots we don't talk about as regular human beings. Choices do matter. Consequences do matter. People in your life matter. The game doesn't ask, what do you want to do? It asks, who are you willing to become? And that question stays with you long after the game ends. This is one of those you will be talking with your friends for a while, so make sure you check it out. Number 8, Journey. Journey doesn't use words, because it doesn't need them. It is a beautifully visual game that you have to try for yourself. Though it could not be for everyone, because a lot of other people would prefer like a full story. This game, through visuals and music alone, tells a story about connection, loss, and perseverance. And by the time that you're done with it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I get it. I get it. Traveling through sandstorms with a silent stranger, someone you don't know but you trust right away. It creates a bond no cutscene ever could replicate in any game. When you reach that final mountain, when you make it to the very end, you feel something so human. Journey isn't sad because it's tragic. It's sad because it's beautiful. Number 7, The Walking Dead, Season 1. Lee and Clementine. If you've played it, you already feel the ache in your chest. The story follows a man with a haunted past, protecting a child who still believes in goodness and who's still innocent up to a certain point. You watch Clementine grow up, and you watch Lee's time slowly run out. The ending isn't cheap, it isn't forced, it's inevitable. And no matter how ready you think you are, trust me, the end will break you. Number 6, To the Moon. Animated pixels, simple mechanics, and yet one of the most emotionally devastating stories in gaming that I have ever played. You explore a dying man's memories to fulfill his last wish. With every step, you uncover a love story shaped by trauma, misunderstanding, pain. This game reminds you that heartbreak doesn't have to be dramatic to be real. Sometimes it's just two people trying to do their best in life. Number 5, The Last of Us Part 1. This is one of the greatest character-driven stories of all time. The game does a fantastic game developing the relationship between Joel and Ellie as he is trying to show the love that he could not fully show for his daughter at the time that he had her in his life. Trying to stay away from spoilers as much as possible, and if you've played the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. From the legendary opening scene to every fragile moment between the two protagonists, the game is a masterclass in emotional storytelling. It's not just about survival, It's about what we cling to when the world collapses and how we try to make it through. And the cost of loving someone in a world determined to break you. Number 4, Red Dead Redemption 2. Arthur Morgan's story is a slow burn and then a wildfire. Now, Red Dead Redemption 1, the original, is definitely an honorable mention as well, but Redemption 2 just captures something beautifully. You watched a hardened outlaw rediscover his humanity. You feel his every regret, his every sacrifice, his every mistake, every attempt to make his life mean something at the end of the day. By the time you make it to the end, Arthur isn't just a character. He's a friend that you've been hanging out with and that you never wanted to lose. Number 3, Spiritfarer. This game is death wrapped in kindness. You play as Stella, and what she does is she ferries souls to the afterlife. You cook for them, you talk to them. Some of these people become your best friend. You comfort them, you prepare them to say goodbye. And since you become connected to these characters, every goodbye hurts. And not because it's sad, it's because it's gentle, peaceful, loving. It almost restores your faith in humanity, and it gives you that idea that the afterlife is there and that passing on is not so bad. Spiritfarer doesn't ask you to fear death, it asks you to honor life, and in doing so, it breaks your heart in the softest way possible. Number 2, Heavy Rain. Listen, Heavy Rain is an emotional tension, vividly emotional tension, turned into a video game. Especially if you are a parent or if you have any kid in your life that you love with all your heart. A missing child, a desperate father, a killer who hides behind ordinary faces. But what makes this game unforgettable? It's a single question. How far would you go to save someone you love? The trials you endure as Ethan aren't just gameplay choices. They're moral lines most of us pray we'll never have to cross or that we'll ever have to make a decision for. By the time the truth comes out, you're drained, shaken, and somehow you also changed because you think to yourself, I can see why this guy did what he did because I would have done the same thing for my son or my daughter. If you haven't picked this one up, definitely top of the list. Number 1, Silent Hill 2 Remake. But we can put the original in here as well. This isn't just a horror game, guys. This is grief and guilt turned into fog and monsters. Pain turned into architecture. The way Silent Hill just creates these monsters for James Sunderland are just insane. After he receives a letter from his wife, who has been dead for years, what follows is a descent not into a haunted town, but into his own mind. Silent Hill 2 is emotional, not because it's scary, but because it forces us to face the truths we run from, our mistakes, our shame, the versions of ourselves we wish we could erase, and it also puts you in the shoes of the protagonist and asks you the questions. What would you have done if you were in his situation? The remake amplifies every detail, the expressions, the atmosphere, the emotional weight. The voice acting is fantastic. The facial captures are out of this world. The fact that this game didn't receive any rewards to this day upsets me. Because when you watch that final scene in one of those endings, it makes me cry every time. And it doesn't just make you cry because it's sad. It makes you cry because it's honest. And because at the end of the day, you can see why the people in this game did what they did. And that's it, guys. The top 10 story-rich games that will absolutely hit you in the heart. At least my humble opinion. Let me know which one wrecked your heart the hardest if you have played these. If you haven't played any of these, let me know if you will consider playing any of these. If you want a part 2, of maybe hidden gems or other games that you would like to play, let me know in the comment section below. And as per usual, do me a favor, guys. Stay awesome and geek on. See you guys on the next one. Bye.